7 people have been shot and killed and 4 others injured in Ennerdale, just south of Johannesburg. Police believe 4 suspects tried to rob street vendors who were selling chicken feet, but they resisted, and that's when the attack occurred. Well, the incident took place at the corner of Beatrice and Phillip Streets in Finetown on Saturday night. But police say one of the injured victims died in hospital earlier on today, and no arrests have been made so far. Our reporter Puleli Jones is following the story for us and joins us now for an update. Pule, good to have you back, colleague. What can you tell us at this hour? Any updates?
Yeah, well, this story just keeps developing. I mean, we just found out now that just after these alleged suspects shot some of the miners a few kilometers away from where we are right now, they continued to drive on a few blocks away from that house and continued shooting again. And we managed to track one of the survivors from this tragic incident that took place just yesterday around 9 p.m. He joins me now. His name is Joseph Mukhale. Thank you very much for speaking to us, brother, and being brave to chat to us about this. Maybe perhaps if you can just tell us what's Mabani and how did you survive, that spray of bullets that was coming your way as well?
Okay, Barwaka, what I can tell you, Kore, only a random shooting collection. So the guys in the Batlako setting Naranari game and then what they did, they came and shoot, and then since we given his two never shoot a matter. That's how I survived.
We're not plumile.
Niki plumile quaracoloi. Really three camomraco, ili two girls in. Then since we lim Sadiakana Ducicamo, Camo Batingamo. So then the person not ling at Sorgani, Uvele a shoot and like he never asked anything. Like I don't understand because if you never watch something else, never tell me Babarco Barbafeo and then Barcluel. So what they did one of a shooter, then Kawakitswaki Mat and then Kabana Kibala Baikela Labana Batsama. So the bullet is willing Karabo by Twinse 2 bullet. So and then can't 2 bullet Iba Batunsam to go million straight. So this one is to second and this one is a body.
So
I can't say because maybe that's the intention because I'm sharply straight to go to my show. I want to go
on. Sorry, Joseph. You know, how I want to know pairing, how I want next.
Hakababon.
All right, unfortunately, we just lost you there, Puleli Jones, as you were talking to that survivor of that senseless shooting out in Ennerdale. Pule, if you can hear me again, colleague, please continue with that conversation.
So you say there was 3 of you guys in the car.
We were 5. We were 5.
Yeah.
And then 3 and then 2 were so they came straight.
How many people died? How many people were injured?
2 died, no one injured on the scene. But when they met someone, and then she got injured.
I had him. Thank you very much, Joseph, for speaking to us, sharing your story there. Joseph basically detailing that after this incident happened, he was sitting in the car. There was 5 of them in the car. I think his wife was in the passenger seat. These suspects came. They started shooting. Unfortunately, his wife succumbed to the injury. She died on the scene, and others managed to escape and, of course, survived. He says that 2 people died from that incident that took place in the car. But maybe let me just speak to one of the community leaders here as well to give us a brief detail regarding this incident. No, Pala, thank you very much for speaking to us. This is not the first time this is happening in this community. It seems these guys are on the loose, quite dangerous. Just 3 weeks ago, there was an incident that took place. Last week again, shooting in this township, Ward 7, Finetown, Ennerdale. Today there's this, we're hearing the story of Joseph Mukhale saying his wife died in front of him, yet he couldn't save her. This must be bad and horrible.
No, it's quite unfortunate that a horrific event that has transpired in our community last night in the most I would say late, might say early hours of the night, because it was 8 p.m. Past 8, when random individuals that we can't even identify as members of the community or members that reside in the community randomly fired and discharged firearms from one end of the street, Wilson Street, to the end of the street. So it's quite unfortunate that the crime rate has escalated. The past 3 weeks, like you say, we had an incident in Finetown North where people were randomly shot. Till this day, we can't even identify people who shot those people in Finetown North. So it's an escalation of the crimes and the firearms that are roaming around, that are being utilized by people, and it can't be licensed firearms that are being discharged in this nature.
Let's speak about police visibility. I know there was a time when you marched alongside the police minister, Peikele. Fast forward to today, it seems as though nothing still has been done. Police visibility. I came here around 7 a.m. I only saw one police van since now. It's now just about 4 p.m. I haven't seen many police vehicles around here patrolling. Is that still a concern? Because even your policing patrollers around here, they don't carry weapons. So for them to defend people who are coming, criminals are coming in with weapons, they say it becomes problematic as well in this area.
No, definitely the police resource and manpower is compromised at all times. We see the proximity of Ennerdale police station and its jurisdiction that it services. The areas, Sector 1 is servicing the entire Finetown, Mountain View, and you see it's servicing Lowly, servicing Ennerdale, servicing Kokotela, Kapok. You see, it's a huge task. The police station there is under-resourced. So we call upon the government indefinitely. We need a serious, intensive police visibility, a crisscross of sweeping and searching of these illegal firearms that are roaming around. Because when you hear these people who saw this car or these individuals that were roaming, firing, these are young people. Young people carrying firearms that are not licensed. You ask yourself, the level of lawlessness in our community is rave. It's horrific. You see, the lady that we are in her residence here, she's a breadwinner. She was just shot just proximity of a meter from her gate. Where are we supposed to be safe in terms of us, our livelihood? Where are we supposed to be residing as residents when we are not safe in our community?
No, that's true.
Ubuali Sipolukele, the branch secretary of Hlanganen Branch 7, yes.
Thank you very much for joining us on ENCA Tumelo. Those are some of the views we're getting here. But, specifically that story of Joseph Mukhale, that is quite sad. Sitting in a car, your wife next to you, and someone just randomly starts shooting. Not even an opportunity to save her, and she dies right in front of you, in your hands. That's something that's quite traumatizing and horrific as well. We're at the home of one of the family members as well, who actually lost her sister in this fatal incident. Let me step out of shot so my colleague Asanda Chavu can show you. They're sitting here on the family home in the stoop. I believe that funeral arrangements are in place right now. We spoke to the ward councillor earlier on, who said that they will be escalating this matter to try to push for the MEC for Community Safety, Faith Mazibuko, to come in and subsequently also escalate this matter to national level so there can be an intervention of some sort in this community of Ferndale in Ennerdale, Ward 7. It's not the first time this has happened. In the space of 3 weeks, so many fatal shootings happening. Of course, this calls for concern, and it means that hopefully law enforcement will get to this. The police, Gauteng Police Commissioner General Elias Mawela, saying that they are maximizing their resources to ensure that they can apprehend these suspects fastly, so as this matter is still continuing to be investigated.
Now, indeed, Pule will be sure to keep our viewers abreast with this breaking story. I mean, this afternoon, as Joseph had mentioned to you during your conversation, the assailants did not even talk, ask, say anything, which he says they would have gladly given to them so they could leave them alone and spare their lives. They just arrived and shot at them. 2 people, of course, losing their lives in the process. And we do send our condolences to every single one and family affected by this tragedy. Thank you so much, colleague Pule Lishuti Joes, for us in Ennerdale, keeping us abreast with these developments.